Hey guys, welcome to another episode of All Bass Creations Effects Tutorials, Demos, and Review. Today, we're having an SVT shootout once again. You know, every time I add an SVT or Ampeg emulation or capture or all that good stuff, I like to try to compare them and different things like that. I like to see exactly what it sounds like. This is actually an actual capture of a 1974 Ampeg. Let me see. Right now, it's on a clone. Before we even do that, check this joint out. This Tonex One is crazy. So this this capture you're looking at in the middle, if you look at that middle on the left side of the screen, if you look at the middle one, that gray and black box in the middle with the black stripe in the middle of it, it says Tonex. That's where we're. That is a capture I did of the SGT-DI in SVT mode. Check out how close it is. You can barely even tell them things apart. Nobody in the actual song, you ain't gonna be able to tell those apart at all. Like that's the SGT. This is the Tonex capture. Matter of fact, let me bring the capture volume down a little bit, there we go. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. And not only that, but you can have a ton of other stuff in there too. So just getting into the beginning of the video, what you were listening to right off the break was my bass dry, and the second tone was the MS60G 60B, excuse me, then the SGT, then the Zoom B6, and then the Line 6 Pod Express bass, and then the Tonex One, the actual pedal, and then the amplitude what's this, SVXCL, and then I did the same capture of the SGT-DI again, like because I have one in the pedal already loaded up, and I also have couple other SVT types on there. I'm gonna run through real quick, but I just wanted to have those clones, the captures I did of the SGT-DI and the SVT voicing in there, so you can see that this thing really does clone it like really well. So, what else? Oh, okay. So go here. All my yellow ones are SVTs, but so I got mine set up so all the red captures I have on here in the beginning, and those are the ones I captured of amps and cabinets together, and then all the preamps I captured myself are in the next few slots as well. Um, and those are just the preamps of various things. And then I even um, got a Noble on here. Even got a Noble. But we're not here for that. We here for the SVTs. Anything else on? Oh, yeah. There's something else on. Here we go. Look how tiny this thing is, and it just gives you all these options. So it's just crazy. Not to mention, it does come with Amplitude 5 SE and Tonex SE software as well, which is crazy. So I mostly use the Tonex software for modeling, and then if I really want to do something like model a sound, a real sound, like for the computer or something, or for a recording, I'm gonna do it in Ampeg. I mean, in Amplitude 5 is definitely a beautiful, beautiful app. You know what I'm saying? So that was a capture of one of a SVT, and here is um, Amplitude. So that's Amplitude 5, which is that's fire. That joint's fire, yo. Don't sleep. Here's the actual capture I did unedited of the SGT-DI, and I'm gonna do the SGT-DI. SGT-DI. Bananas. And you got the MS60B. So as you can see, that's fire. That's fire. And in case you wanted the settings for that MS50G, MS50B. Sorry guys, I don't know why I'm misspeaking this, but the Zoom MS60B. The settings are bass is on 6, mids is on -2, treble is on 5. It's gonna be treble. Mid frequency is on 250. Gain is 19 and level is 47. Ultra is off and the cabinet and the mixer off as well. So now I'm gonna go through a few more of these. Let's go to the jump to the Zoom B6, which is the updated amp models that Zoom on all Zoom current stuff now. So this amp model, if you get a Zoom B24 or the new MS60B Plus, or of course the B6, it'll be on all of those. So it's the same Ampeg SVT updated model on all the Zoom stuff. Here we go. So as you can see, that's a fire. That joint is fire too. It's a nice, very nice sound. that's the Zoom B6, and of course, that like I said, that same exact amp model, and a lot of these preamps and stuff that I have on the B6 are available on the MS60B Plus and the B24. They're just in smaller platforms, smaller devices. The B6. So if I wanted to get these B6 sounds that I have on the MS60B Plus, it's just a matter of pulling up the exact effect and the exact setting. So here's my settings. Bass is on 10. Hopefully you guys can actually see that. I think you guys can see it. It might be a little small on the screen, so I'll just go over it real quick. Bass is on 10. Mid frequency is on 250. Mids is on negative 2.5. Treble is on 8. Gain is on 24, and the Ultra is off, and the volume is on 100. All right, and here's my bass flat. Well, not flat, but how it's EQ'd, and it's not even dry. It has a little bit of compression on it, but other than that, it's just my bass EQ and a little bit of compression at 2.1 ratio. And we're on to the Line 6 Pod Express bass. And those of you that have seen my Line 6 Pod Express bass review, if you haven't, demo, go look it up. Subscribe, like, and share also. While you doing all that, you know what I'm saying? We need you guys to subscribe, like, and share. Help me get to, I'm trying to, ideally, as a goal, I want to get to at least 100,000 subscribers in the next couple months, at least. So help me out with my goals, guys. I appreciate it. That way I could bring you more content. The more you guys help me build this channel and this community, the more the more time I can just dedicate to whatever topics you guys need me to do. Because eventually you got to think about it like this. Supporting me is going to have me need you guys, because eventually I want to just do this full time, helping you guys with different bass gear and just bringing bass videos and stuff like that, because this is something I know, it'll be a help to a lot of people. So, and I love teaching. If you can't tell, I get on here and just teach you guys about effects and stuff because they're awesome. And eventually, I'll meet you all in person. I'm going to do some touring and stuff. So this is the Line 6 Pod Express. And the best part of the reason I was saying that originally about the Pod Express was the best part of this thing is the amp models. The cabinets, everything else is mid. What I'm saying? It's just mediocre to me. But the amp models are actually pretty good, and they sound good, so let's rock with it. And it's on Grit, which is the Ampeg SVT on there. And just so you guys know, on these SVT, if it's even a half good SVT amp model, if you keep the gain low, it'll keep it clean, and then as you bring up the volume, it will then get a bit grittier. So if you want the grittier, you got to crank up the gain. On here, see, I had the gain about there. Let me see, you do that again for y'all. So I had the gain about there, right? So about 2 lights up. And then as you get louder, it's gonna start to break up. And that's no cab model on there, that's just the preamp and none of the other effects. it don't exactly sound like a SVT, but does it sound good? Yeah, it sounds good. Maybe if I bring this treble down, bring the treble down, see if I can get it to sound more SVT ish. So we gonna. I mean, that's a great tone. And see, that's what I said. Some stuff you gotta just be like, yeah, is it supposed to be a SVT? Yes. But is it? No. And but does it sound good? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like that just sounds amazing. Like you going what I'm a even though I'm not the biggest fan of this little plastic toy thing, the Pod Express, I'm just it's amazing because the B6 is made of plastic. Like it's not plastic. It's more like fiberglass. But this is like plastic, and this might be a hard plastic too, but it looks better. They put more effort into it. At least they put a little design on the joint or something. You know what I'm saying? Made me feel like it wasn't just a piece of crap toy. Like that looks like my kids' cars. Their little cars. My daughter little Barbie ride on car. My son got a little Range Rover one. That's what this look like. It does not look like it's meant to be tossed into a gig bag on and off for years. Like it's just like it's meant to sit still, and if you don't even think about dropping it. What? Don't even think about dropping that joint, boy. You ain't got no chance. But all of these newer devices are kind of because if they're so the multi effects units, they're tending to be more of this type of material. In general, I just this it's like Line 6 didn't even try to make it look like or feel like it wasn't cheap. Like they put no effort into that in my opinion with this gray plastic crap and no design on it, no nothing. They should have did something on there. Like you talking about an extra $2? Come on. Um. All right. So because the Tonex is metal, so let's hear a little Tonex. And this is a 1974 Ampeg SVT. I'm not sure what EQ they use because this is something I downloaded from the ToneNet. See right here, you got something called the ToneNet. Right, so you can come in here. Let's see if you can see this. Yep, good. You can come in here and let's click on instruments and electric bass. You can search in here. Let's say SV, not double S though, SVT. Here, search it up. Dun 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 dun. And right now, it's not too many of these in here. See, we got. Mm, what is that? Oh, okay. It's got um, it's got a cabinet they don't want me to use. Oh, okay. So this is a little different than the Tonex one. It's like the Tonex one has captures and this one has presets. I hope. Let me see. Oh, it's not letting me undo. They suck. They gotta make me do it again. Whatever. It's not difficult. Wow. See how easy that was. Um. And then I just need a Tonex pedal. And look at all these cool effects that it comes with. So I do have the SVX collection of the 1 and 2. Um, and it comes with that comes with a few effects. These black and gray ones are Ampeg ones. Like the SVX compressor and stuff like that. But these other colorful ones are you'll get with the Tonex One. But here's the Tonex pedal, so you can take this, drop it here, you can drop it there, you can turn on the DI signal, right? And you can just drop it on there if you wanted to. And come here, you click on it, right? Say you moving around here, click on it, edit. Mind you, that's a tube screamer. Right, and if you want solo, you can just if you want to solo this DI part so you can hear what we're doing with the Tonex pedal thing. This is just the stomp version. They also, if you go to the amp section, it's another one for amps. So let me see. Yep, it allow me to do that. So let's do this. And with the SVX software, you can have up to 3 lines, 3 different amp signal chains running with effects on different ones. Like you can have this here, you can have it there. You know, you can have it on this one. You can bring it over here in the effects loop of the amp, all that stuff. You can put it after the amp. You know, so basically this, when it's here, it's in between the amp. And when it's here, it's after the amp and the cabinet, rather. It's between, when it's here, in the middle, it's between the cabinet, the head and the cabinet. And this is like it, when it's here, it's like it's running into it, the head, that one head. Then you can have it before, have it run into all 3 heads. It's just bananas. Like, you can have this, there. You know, this using a lot of processing power. But we're not going to play here too long anyway. So bam. Oh, I missed it. I messed up. Sorry. If I want to run double of anything or run a different joint down here, it's also possible. Plus, you can run multiple Tonex here. So let's get out of here because this is using a lot of processing power. Let's go back down to here. So this is edit, right? Then you come here, and now you got all the stomp box joints you got. You see, I got my Aguilar AG preamp modeled in here and different things like that. So, and here's the SVT one we were rolling with before. Let's hit this X, and bam. Move that. So now we come over here. Simply, it's already soloed. Mind you, that's a capture, so it's like it's literally responding with even with the gain, which is bananas. It's responding the exact way the pedal would, which is crazy. I don't know how they did that. But yeah, let's throw that back up there, and that way we don't need this DI. Slightly less processing power. Take that off, and take that off. So now you got we're gonna run them through the cabinet, see how they sound coming through an actual physical cabinet. Well, let's do the IR first. So let's do this IR right here. This is the 810 cabinet, the exact SVT cabinet model. I prefer to mic this up with an RE20 and an SM57 with this one towards the bottom like that. I guess give it a little bit of room there. If you want more of the room sound, you just back the mic away, and if you want more of definition in the sound, you want to mic towards the center of the speaker, and if you want more bottom and more booty to it, more bass, you know, like a heavy feel, you put that RE20 towards the floor because you catch the bass reflection off the floor as well, and put it towards the edge, or I like to put it in between the edge and the center of the speaker. So, and then you mix the two, right? So I like, it depends. Let's see. Sometimes I like a little bit more SM57. Sometimes I like a little more RE20. Because RE20 is pretty much all the bottom, and the SM57 mic is going to be a lot of the definition and high, the treble. Well, this one's not going to have too much treble because it don't have a tweeter, but more the definition of the sound. And the RE20 is like more the body. All right, so this is with the cabinet. That's with a RE20 by itself, what it's going to sound like. And here's with the SM57. So as you can see, they're responsible for different parts of the sound. Here we go, together. There we go. And so that's gonna be the general sound of just my bass and the IR. And now we're gonna see what each cabinet adds to that. I mean, what each SVT emulation adds to that. So let's start with the MS60B. Mind you, you still have this VR technology stuff over here where you could play with the different stuff over here. There's a lot of little stuff you could do. If you have, see what I'm saying? Little stuff like this. Where is the bass stuff? because the guitar cabinets you actually can swap the speakers and stuff. It's crazy. It's like crazy good. But yeah, I haven't even gotten into this part of it yet with this VIR. Um, but I know it's kind of crazy. Let me see something. So, so this tell which part, which speaker, top or bottom, bottom speaker. Then this one and catch a little more of the other speaker. If you mic there, get a little bit of all the speakers, all four right there. One second, guys. Oh, I know what's wrong. Just make sure. Let's do this real quick. Cause it's doing. Come on, man. Open the menu. Oh, it's doing me dirty. Oh, it's playing games. Y'all see it playing games with me. But yeah, so in the meantime, while we're doing this, trying to get this back. Why is it not changing? Oh, sorry guys. Stupid guitar amps. Nah, it's alright. They just need to add some more stuff for bass players. Stop being like that. Then it's gonna click all slow too. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, guys. I'm doing all the research for you in front of you. You guys figure out it's how I be figuring stuff out, yo. You gotta spend some time with it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just clicking around, seeing what you got there. Not the spinning ball of death. But yeah, so trying to get you guys. Let me just do it again, cause that would be faster at this point. And, but at least you know how to build your rigs. You learn how to build it today. And I hate that they made this Tonex like this default pedal is this um, tube screamer. Blam. All right, so we got all this together now. Just change that back to this, and there we go. But you see how like it allows you to do all this? Like you could do it here and you can move it around here, whichever way you want to. You know, all the way up and down. You know, you can go all the way down or go, you know, it's usually a 4 speaker range it can go. I mean, well, you know, 2 up here on each side. Basically, you can hit the top speaker or the or the bottom speaker in that bottom 4 configuration. Uh, so basically, I can't go to those top speakers. Not yet, at least. They might do that later. So update. All right, so now we getting back to SVT stuff. Turn that off. Here's the Line 6 Pod Express with the same cabinet. So that's the Line 6 Pod Express. Here's the Tonex on a 70-fold Ampeg SVT capture. And mind you, a capture is exactly the way somebody EQ'd it. So I'm not sure what way this person EQ'd it. You know, they might have cut the bass, and you know, I'm pretty sure they didn't add enough bottom. That's why I recommend when you do your captures, you add a little extra bottom to it. You know, that way, if you need to dial some out, it's easier to dial some out than it is to dial it in um, after the capture. So when you're doing the capture, just add a little bit. If you put it on 7, put it on 8. You know what I'm saying? All you need is just one little bump up. You don't need a whole lot more. Just one little bump up. You know. All right. And I want to see what that capture sounds like in the system real quick. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna split this signal here. I'm gonna take this that and make it in Tonex head, right? And we're gonna solo this bus here. This bus is all coming from this Tonex head at the moment in guitar. Right? So you hear that Black Angus right there, where it say Black Angus, that's just the tone name. What we looking for? SVT, right? And you gotta do this in the Tonex thing on you know what I'm saying, the jank. So here's that 74. Where's the jank with no cabinet? Here it is up top. Alright, so now, I don't know why I don't have that start. Put a star there. Bam. So now, ain't that bananas? They got on the 12, if you got a 12-inch guitar cabinet in here, you can swap out the speakers on the jank, son. That's bananas. That's retarded. That's crazy. You could just be like dropping them. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. That's amazing. I can't wait till they add it so you could do it to everything. That when they let you do it to all of them, oh, that's gonna be crazy. Oh, that's amazing though. But yeah, let's go back. Matter of fact, we can take this down here, click on the speaker, right? Click this, and well, right click it and save model preset, and we put SVT video, because that's what we doing. And now it saves it in a folder around that cat. Oh, I already got one. Cancel. Um, let's put two. Ain't gotta be fancy. Alright, so now when I come here, I can just right click load preset, video 2. Bow. Identical. Only thing that's different is the settings. Like, so the settings stay the same. But yeah, sweet. Mind you, this is available on the Tonex software as well, but luckily they give you the amplitude SE too. You just won't get all these Ampeg stuff that I have, but you'll get their built-in bass amp. You'll get the 360 bass amp as well. So just enough stuff to make you want to get a little more. But I do recommend, even if you don't get both of these SVX packs, um, I would recommend getting the SVX one because you get a little more. See, this is only three, and this one is like six cabinets, but it's six essential cabinets, and you get a BA head. You get the SVT Classic head. You get the SVT Pro head. You get quite a few different things there. So, but yeah, this Tonex joint is bananas. The ability to model and people to share that with you is crazy. And the latency is only like this right now because I'm doing a video, and it's easier than my video flaking out on me every 5 minutes. So, I mean, I'm just going through some stuff. I probably see you just gotta save these preamps settings and stuff, and then like as you're adjusting things on the Tonex, it saves it. So So yeah, this exact amp model is available to go into the Tonex pedal. I just don't have the Tonex software up right now to run it in there, that exact preset. So, but you can't take, unfortunately, you can't take amplitude and, you know, you can't take presets from amplitude over to Tonex, unfortunate, onto the pedals. That would be the ultimate. If I could take this exact, like with the mic, the dual mics and the room mics, and the DI out, and just like have that flexibility of having all that stuff pre-programmed, or have, even if it didn't let me have the parallel joint like this, where it's two different inputs, you know, and two different outputs, straight up real stereo rig. If they let me have like this or this, be great. You know, in terms of saving the presets and stuff onto the Tonex One itself, the full presets, like all these different parameters. Like I know it's difficult, but if they could do that, and I don't know, man, like as a future update, that'd be nice to be able to get amplitude, like all my amplitude stuff over to there. And because it'll let you bring it over here from Tonex to amplitude, but getting it back over, that's not even a thing. And which is crazy, unless they, it makes you. Granted, you can have amplitude on your iPad or your iPhone, and you can actually run amplitude to an audio interface from both of those devices, and rock out from there. That's always an option too. 'Cause I'll be there. All right. So let's run these joints into this other cabinet back here real quick. We're gonna run these into this TX600. Well, no, yeah, we're gonna run into the Harkey TX600 as the power amp, right? And from a line out from my mixer, and we're gonna run them into a Fender Bassman Neo 115 with a tweeter, and that's mic'd up with a CAD GXL 2200 large condenser mic, and a CAD D10 kick mic. Catch all the bottom. You know, um, but yeah, you don't have to mic up with expensive stuff. It just needs to be sound the way you need it to sound. Excuse me, guys. Cha cha. All right, so we're gonna turn this off at the moment, and we're now gonna go back to the MS60B. So we're gonna take this out of there, come out of D. So as you can hear, it's definitely a thing. So that was the MS60B. Here is the SGT-DI. And here's the Zoom B6. So that's the B6, and you got the Line 6 Pod Express bass. So that was the Line 6 Pod Express Bass. And here is the Tonex with that capture that we were just working with. So that was an actual capture of an actual 74, Ampeg SVT. And, I'm not sure, like, again, the EQ, but I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a frowny face EQ a little bit, maybe with a, I know the bass was cut there when they were capturing that, and they did more of a mid-rangey, and they have a good amount of definition in the high end as well, so a good amount of treble in there. Yeah, so that's actually a nice sound though. Like when you run it through an actual cabinet, that joint is fire, and it's nice and clear. If you were running that through an actual SVT cabinet, it definitely have a good amount of clarity to it. Let me see. I wonder if this is similar. Let me see when I have it flat, what it sound like. So that's pretty much that. All right. So all right, we take that out. Oh, let's do that again. Sometimes with this software, guys, you just gotta be careful. You gotta look around, make sure that you're not hearing the changes as like that you're making. That's probably because you got something else solo to mute it. There's a lot of stuff, There's a lot of different mute and solo and boost and cut points that you're able to do to really customize your sound in any different way. So, um, and this is Amplitude's SVT, by the way. This joint. This is from the SVX one pack. Yeah, and if your input seems low when you get going into Amplitude, you can do a few different things. If you running your audio interface, you can boost it on there, your master output volume, or um, do that and come down to the bottom left of the Amplitude screen, and it'll be an input meter there. Raise that gain up until your thing is close, gets the red, and then back it off some, and that'll get you right with the optimal. You see that? If I push too hard, it'll go red there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I back off just a little bit. Bam. Not gonna hit red at all. that is pretty much the SVT shoot out there. This only thing I would say I want to be able to do with the Tonex software is at least if I can use my tone models over there as well. Um, I'm not sure how they did these. That's why I'm not. I'm sure there's a different process than the captures that over there. But these sound fantastic. These SVX CL sounds amazing. I mean, all these preamps sound these Ampeg ones and Amplitude sound great. So I would say you got options there. Everything from the MS60B, the Ampeg SGT-DI, the Zoom B6, the Pod Express bass, Tonex, and Amplitude. So you got to have a little bit of taste of each one. If you don't have an like me, excuse me, if you don't have an SVT that you can actually model or capture or whatever the case, you know, you can always check out what you got in Amplitude. But if you want to take it to go, you know what I'm saying, get you a Tonex One. And, there's going to be plenty more captures coming. At some point, there'll be way more captures and stuff coming from different people. We just need more of the bass community in there. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all. And I'm gonna be having all my captures are eventually going to be available for sale as well, like all my SGT-DI, those three settings that I use for that particular thing, and I'll create variations of each one as well, and just get more detail with the labeling so you'll know what is what, and you'll know exactly what in mind. Be able to look at my comments and stuff, and it'll tell you exactly what the setting is. That way we don't run into the problem we ran into earlier in the video where I'm using the capture, but I don't know what the setting that person used was. I just know that it's a 1974 Ampeg SVT. And it is a real SVT, and I know they cut the bottom because when I boost it on my bass, it now starts to sound like how it's supposed to sound. So they definitely cut the bass on that, and I mean, it's they capture, they can do what they want. So, but I like how clean and how much clarity it has. So like maybe a little bit more booty to that, and like I do some post editing of it. But you got all these different units, the Pod Express, Tonex, and it depends on the size. If you want to go really small, the Tonex One is gonna be definitely an option for you. And that and the Pod Express bass are the same price, around the same price, 170, somewhere around there, 170, 180. You can decide which one you like more. If you don't want to have to do no modeling and stuff like that, and you're not interested in none of that, you can look at the Pod Express or the MS60B Plus or the B24, stuff like that. It's all in that same $170, $200 price range. I would say, Tonex is gonna allow you to do a lot more. Like the Pod Express, I'm not a fan of. Only thing I like on here is the amp models. That's why I always compare stuff to the amp models on there, because that was the only part I like. And I try not to sit there and be ragging on the pedal all the time. So. But this Amplitude and Tonex software are amazing, and as you got to see my SGT and the SVT voice capture I did is pretty much identical to the actual pedal. So it's going to allow me to basically capture my analog preamps, and then when I don't want to have to take all that stuff, I can just grab the Tonex, take that, still have like all my heads in here like that. I can still have that Harkey head. I can still have that big TC Electronic head that's 30 pounds. Or my Ampeg BA 210 head over there that I love, the BA series. Um, You know, I had the Magellan. I got the Magellan pre-modeled in there. The Aguilar AG preamp as well. So, and if you go on the tone net, um, there's plenty of people that have modeled actual like DB, what is it, the D 750 or 751, whatever, the DB, whatever. I mean, was the big Aguilar tube joint that can't nobody hardly afford. That joint expensive, yo. That joint's expensive. Um, but yeah, you got options. You know, when you get this Tonex One, and it definitely holds up against other stuff as well as you can see, even in the computer, using the different Tonex stomp on as a pedal. You know, you can use it as a pedal on here or as an amp model. So if you use it as a pedal, you can set it to something like that dark glass. You got a dark glass on there. Let me see what that sound like real quick. What's on? Nothing. Oh, this one. This is on. So yeah, you get all this stuff on there. All these different distortions and stuff people have modeled. Um, you're not gonna get just my preamps aren't on there yet. Like all my settings and stuff aren't on there. Um, you'll be able to buy them though. Trust and believe, you'll be able to get them. So yeah, this has been another episode of All Bass Creations Effects Tutorials and Demos and Review, guys. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. If this was useful to you, hit that super thanks and hit the cash app. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the tip. Whatever you got, $1 or $2, it don't matter to me. It all adds up, and I appreciate all of it. I definitely appreciate it. But um, find my music at allbasscreations.bandcamp or any streaming platform out there. Also at the bass Negus, Negus on all social media, guys. Make sure you go and follow me on the other platforms. I'm gonna get a little better with posting other places. As you see, I put a lot. I focus on YouTube at the moment, but that's because I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers real soon. You know what I'm saying? So, make sure y'all go check out all my stuff, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.